But the fact that you mentioned my children, I'm not letting that ride. Since this whole situation happened, everybody know I never said nothing. The only time I said something was the last time when she tried to clout chase with the whole fake thing she kind of put on Instagram before. But ever since this transpired, I never opened my mouth, never said nothing because that's not my style. And also, I would never want to disrespect her. You know what I mean? Actions speak way louder than words. Initially, when it transpired, which was 2022, when she started dealing with the lane, but that wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home. I notified her, hey, I called her. I said, hey, I'm coming to pick her up. I picked up my daughter, gave her a hug, gave her a kiss. Show things you do when you see your child. Embrace my child. And I had to go take care of something that day. So after I see my daughter, I just wanted to see her and hug her because everything had been going on. I hadn't seen her in a little while. After I left, I think the next day or next two went by. She contacted me. Hey, you haven't seen your daughter since New Year's. I said, excuse me? I just seen my daughter yesterday. I just picked her from school. What are you talking about? She didn't even know that I seen my daughter. You know why? Because she's never there with my daughter. She is never there with my child. And it's crazy that you have the... I'm not covering the mic. Y'all saying I'm covering the mic. I let it go now. It's good? Brooklyn Jad and Egg. Jad, can you hear me? All right, now, yes. Okay, cool. Like I said earlier, for those who just came on the live, everybody who know me, and I'm talking about speaking with my actions, I don't do this. I don't clout chase. I never come on social media talking about anything. Even when I got stabbed in my back, by the person that I moved mountains for, fought battles, did everything, was super loyal to, I still didn't slander you. I still didn't say nothing. I just kept it moving. But you had the audacity to mention my children. So since you want to mention my children, and that I can't let ride. A lot of people like, yo, Pat, that's not you. Don't entertain it. You know what I'm saying? People see through it. She's bitter. She's miserable. Yeah, that's a fact. But you mentioned my children, and that I'm not letting ride. So with that being said, you abandoned my child for months. For days at a time. Knowing she had to go to school the next day, knowing I had to go to work the next day since you want to get up on you and say, oh, you don't have a job. Because when I got the executive position at TuneCore initially, knowing I had to go to work the next day, knowing my daughter had to go to school, you stayed out with the lane. You stayed out with the lane. You want to talk, and you stayed out with the lane while your daughter was crying for you. Tears. Also, she wanted to talk about all of this money talk and all of this and what I don't got and what I got. Since I met her, I have written 90% of the rhymes that came out of her mouth. And with me saying that, I want to say this to y'all. Anyone who has an iPhone.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. I would like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Blessings and safety to the elect. I'm your fellow servant, Ma'ak Dar, from the Great Millstone Camp here in Cleveland. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect. All right. And hey, the reason why, I'm doing a lesson on this, topic, even though, this topic have, been in the media for a while, is because this is the first time that, Papoose actually spoke about it. All right. So it's, it's clarified, because, hey, the internet can just be saying a whole bunch of nonsense, man, sometimes, And, hey, it's a fact. He clarified it. Remy Ma is an adulteress, man. Okay. And as he said in the video, this isn't the first time that he caught her committing adultery. Of course, he used the word cheating, okay, but it's adultery. When a man, has a woman and another man lie with her, all right, that's an adultery. Okay. Hey, if a man has a wife and he deals with another woman that's not attached to another man, that's not adultery. Okay. Now, first and foremost, man, I blame, this devil, Esau Edom. Okay. And, the reason why I say that is because, this devil, man, he promotes adultery. Okay. He promotes it in the music industry. He promotes it in the movie industry. He promotes it, on these different, reality shows, man. All right. He promotes adultery. Okay. And adultery is a no-no amongst the nation of Israel. Okay. That's one of the 10 commandments. And Jake know that commandment, man. Even though we know that there's, 600 and plus, laws or things that we are forbidden to do, all Jakes know the 10 commandments, man. And thou should not commit adultery is one of them. Okay. So there ain't no excuses, man. Okay. But hey, I wanted to get this Habakkuk, man. This Habakkuk 1 and 4. Okay. It says, therefore the law is slacked and judgment doeth never go forth. Okay. Because, hey, man, soon as these accusations were brought up about Remy Ma, okay, and the dude wasn't that easily to block captain, okay, and any other dude or any other woman that's out here committing adultery on her husband, all right. When these accusations are brought up, okay, Esau's supposed to investigate them, and if they find out to be true, Esau's supposed to put their ass to death, okay, but hey, he doesn't, okay. It says, therefore, the law is slack and judgment doeth never go forth. For the wicked doeth compass about the righteous. Therefore, wrong judgment proceedeth. So just because we're in this lower state, all right, and we have these heathens over us, this is why wrong judgment proceedeth. Now, here it is. A woman that step out and commit adultery on her husband, Esau give them a divorce and let her take half of what this man owns or half of what this man got. Okay? And then he'll fuck around and give a nigga 20 years for stealing a honey bun. Okay? This is why this devil, has to, come out of power. Because if this was our kingdom, okay, all right, then guess what, man? Well, first and foremost, we know our kingdom will be righteous. Or this kingdom is going to be righteous, man. We all going to, be righteous. We all going to keep the law, man. We all going to, have immortality, but previous, man, when things like this took place, okay, hey, shit, they will get stoned to death. Okay, hey, we had a whore amongst our nation, she will get her ass burnt up. Okay, but hey, man, the point is, man, when you give out judgment, okay, amongst the nation of Israel, when these certain acts or abominations take place and you give out judgment, it sends a warning amongst the nation, man. People would think twice about doing this shit. But hey, this type of activity is glorified in this society. Hey, this is one reason why the Lord is want to destroy this bitch, man. Okay, and send plagues upon this bitch. Excuse my language, man. Okay? But hey, let's go into adultery. All right, Leviticus, the 20th chapter. It's Leviticus 20 and 10, it says, and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife. Hey, these heathens, their women is off limits as well, okay? Especially to the, the new brothers coming into the truth, man. Hey, yes, the Lord hate Esau, he hate these other nations, but their woman is still off limits. If you meet an Edomite woman and she got a husband, she off limits, okay? Especially your brother's wife, all right? She's off limits as well. Another Jake, okay? No matter what the nationality is, if a woman has a husband or a man, whatever the case is, man, you don't deal with her, okay? But it says, And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, and even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and adulteress shall surely be put to death, man. So, hey, man, we know the law, okay? We understand our condition, that we low, okay? But we do know this, that the Lord is going to send forth judgment upon them for this act. The scriptures talk about, the matter of fact, I'm going to just grab it. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, all right? It says, because the sentence against an evil work is not executed expediently, therefore the heart of the sons of man is fully set in them to do evil. All right, when you read it in NLT, it says when a crime is not punished quickly, people feel it is safe to do wrong, man. Because the Lord doesn't bring judgment upon you instantly, people believe it's safe to continue to live in wickedness, man. I'm going to read it in the NLT, verse 12. It says, but even though a person sins 100 times and still lives a long time, I know that those who fear God will be better off, man. Okay, so yeah, that's people mentality. Oh, nothing happened to me yet, man. I'm good. I've been doing this all my life. But then when they get put to death or they get into a serious car accident or, they end up, finding out they got some type of cancer, okay, and it's stage 4, and now they got to go through chemo, and they wonder why these certain things happen, all right, not taking it into consideration. That's because of the wickedness they are doing, or their wicked lives, man. Okay, but hey, man, we know that judgment, the judgment that comes from the Lord, man, it happens unexpectedly, man. Okay, it happens unexpectedly. Okay, but we know that the Lord is gonna get you. The scriptures say that the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. So you wonder why a nigga wake up one morning and later on they don't make it home because they were put to death, man. That judgment came from the Lord, man. Okay? Matter of fact, I got a precept as well because, like I said, man, this guy, he's on the internet, okay, and he looks bitter, even though he's just explaining the situation. But, while she's somewhere around the cock carousel, even though he done moved on and got him another end up, which, hey, hey, man, more power to him, man. But, at the end of the day, man, hey, the Lord has to literally humble these women, man. He has to humble them. They need that humbling. This is why, man, we're going to be able to enjoy our women in the kingdom. But not on this side, man. We're not on this side, man. Okay? But, hey, this is Sirach 25 and 25. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad, man. So you get with a woman, you lay the law down, man. You don't give her liberty to gad abroad, man. Now let's go into what gad abroad means, man. Because, Remy Ma had a lot of liberty. And she was gadding abroad, man. Okay? And this is why it's important for, you to take counsel from the Lord, man. This nigga said that they took counsel from some counselor, some woman counselor, man. That's a fucking no-no, man. Okay? Let me see. Let's go into this word. Oh. Let me see. Bear with me. Let's go into this. All right. It says to gad abroad means to travel or move around idly without a fixed purpose and often for pleasure or enjoyment. Right? It says to visit or travel to a lot of different places, enjoying yourself and not worried about other things you should be doing. Okay. Now he mentioned in that video I played, the part that I played, that she would pretty much abandon their daughter. So she wasn't worried about, mother duties, cooking and cleaning and washing clothes and, being a mother, man. She was out riding the cock carousel, but also too, we do know that she was already into the music industry. She came home and she started going out to rap battles. Okay, and then she started her own rap battle league, man. So that shit should have been cut in. As soon as she wanted to go see other men battle rap, Pap should have, stopped that and stopped her in her tracks. Hey, look, man, you ain't about to be going to no rap battle event, watching other niggas rap battle, man. Okay, And guess what? If she still wanted to do it, hey, the scriptures tell you what to do. The next verse, verse 26, it says, if she go not as thou wouldest have her cut her off. Shalaki, I'm gonna take my time and read it back. Sirach 25 and 26, if she go not as thou wouldest have her go, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. Okay? So that's the point, man. But then, she started going to these rap battles, and then she creates her own rap battle league. And this is how, she meets the dude Easy the Block Captain, and then she started, dealing with him. You gotta watch over her, man. You gotta, keep an eye on these women, man. They go to work and, they start spending hella time at work, and now they got some work husband, and that shit lead to adultery, man. But hey, man, this is why Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, man, has to bring forth judgment on Jake, man. Okay? He has to bring forth judgment on Jake, man. Okay? Because hey, man, this place Babylon, man, has literally took over the minds of our people, okay? And now our people, they gotta die, man. Okay? But hey, man, man, shit, man, the Lord, hey, man, this is why, man, Jake should be coming back to the Lord, repenting, trying to get right, man, before that great and evil day, man. All right, so hey, man, Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm gonna end giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. By Hashem Rakakwadash. Until next time, Shalom.